I just came across a tweet. Instead of fuck, marry, kill, there should be a game with current NHL players where you do a coach, analyst, real estate agent, where you guess their post-playing career.
That's pretty
Not
funny.
gonna. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good.
Who tweeted that? What asshole?
At Flo and Byram.
Good name. All right.
That's actually not a bad name. I mean, I'm just going to start it off like that. So how's everybody doing? This is Pucks and Brews episode, what do we got, 13?
I don't know. You threw me off already, but yeah, sure, 13.
Well, I mean, I always like to catch you two off guard, see what you throw back at me. But
Yeah,
no,
fuck
this is 12.
Okay.
That would have been a perfect start to 13, but it's 12. Next one will be 13, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So welcome to Pucks and Brews, and hope everyone enjoys a favorite brew or drink of their choice. Woj, what is the unsponsored brew you have for us today? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't pick anything up.
Oh, straight from the bottle, you sick bastard. You sick bastard.
Woj on a Monday night. This kid doesn't care.
My goodness, stone cold. Holy
Savage.
shit. So yeah. Wow, freak! I wasn't expecting you to do that. I thought you said you were going to take a shot of it.
Was shot of Pink Whitney.
Like out of a shot glass or something.
Up to here? Yeah, I didn't want to go. I knew if I went downstairs,
I
my
say
mom
that
would be like, "Why are you taking a shot glass up?" And then she'd question it. She realized it's
Harder.
Monday,
Fair
so
enough.
I figured I'd just drink out of the bottle.
It's a good idea.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, like right before we started recording, Woj hit me with the "ah!" and it scared the shit out of me.
Good. That's what it fucking should do.
Hey, you
That's
scare
what
me,
feel
I
like.
throw you off.
This tastes like shit. I hate to say it. I don't know why people drink it. It's awful.
Whoa, Pink Whit?
Original Pink Whitney is good with just regular vodka and lemonade. Or pink lemonade. Great. This is just fucking terrible.
It's not like I don't think you're supposed to really drink it straight up, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
Like
don't know.
if it's better if you mix it with the lime and the seltzer, it's a whole other thing, man.
Oh
So
yeah,
better.
that's definitely reason. I was gonna compare it to something, but not a good idea. We'll just move on.
All right. So, I mean, well, first and foremost, Patrick Marleau. I mean, guys, let's start it off with this. I was gonna end it with this.
I just want to. I want to bring this up. We brought this up last time.
I know. I realized that as I said it, but I was gonna end it with this. But since I brought him up now, let's start it with this. Do you think Patrick Marleau is a Hall of Famer? Since you asked the question in our chat, Brendan.
If you're asking me, honestly, I think he will get the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if you play over 20 years in the league, you at least get that. Right? He's gotten what is it his 21st or 22nd year? I don't know. He's been in it since he was fucking 18. He's been like a regular every night player. Like it barely gets there. That's how he played 1,700 games. Over.
Just accidentally hit my screen.
Yeah, he's gonna get in no matter what. I mean, he's got a couple of the accolades. He hasn't won the cup, but I think he's done enough outside of that to the point where he's gonna get him. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Over 1,000 points. Just add to that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's the record. This record of games played. Like
I think it helps. I don't think it makes it, but I think it does help.
I think it does only because it's like that's like one of the more untouchable records in NHL history. I mean, a lot of people are going to shit talk like, oh yeah, like games played. It's like, dude, like you don't stick around in the NHL that long to play that many games if you're not good. So anybody that shit talks,
you know what you do when
he's played that many games, it's like, dude, like when you think of like the early 2000s, mid 2000s or whatever, even up until like 10, like Marleau is, well, especially if you were a Sharks fan, but just NHL wise, I feel like he's like a household name. So
yeah,
like when I think of that era, I would think of his name.
Like when they had
about the Sharks.
When they had the Olympics and stuff, he was always like that number one guy too. Like people like that was back then, so it's kind of hard to think of it now because he's just just one of the older guys in the league, a veteran. But like back then, when like what was the Olympics? 2010.
Yeah, 2010, 2014.
Yeah, so 10 years ago, he was basically in his prime, or just just out of it. So he's been good for so long. And for the people that say like, oh, the games played doesn't matter, it's like, dude, you haven't played a fucking game in the NHL. What do you know?
It's a solid point.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing up his career totals right now. He's got 566 goals and 3 points short of 1,200. I mean, which is just freaking ridiculous. And if he re-signs next season, he's almost definitely going to surpass 1,800 games. And like he's only 41, and he could have broke this record 2 years ago had there not been a full season lost to a lockout and a partial lockout in 2012-13. And well, we all know what the hell happened in 2020.
No, I don't. Explain.
Well, you see, Woj, there was this thing that happened where everything shut down.
Some guy ate a fucking bat. Some asshole. Yeah. Wait, actually, can you guys explain something to me? I saw on Twitter, like people complaining like they didn't put the Hurricanes logo on the gloves. Did he fucking play for them?
I don't think so.
Was he like a coach?
I don't think he played for them. I think didn't they end up buying his contract out?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually played. I don't think he actually played any games.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now because I kept seeing that joke all over Twitter. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Not gonna lie, I completely forgot Marleau was on Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah.
8 games. I completely forgot about that.
It was like a random depth pickup that they got.
Yeah, because they thought they could win the cup, and they didn't even come close last year. But besides that, I mean, I'm kind of with Woj. I don't know if the all-time games played record is like the deal breaker for him being yes or no, but I do think it helps. I don't know. It's tough to say. Was he ever in contention for not the Norris, the Hart Trophy?
Probably at one point. Probably when I want to say when San Jose started, like when they had Thornton, like Owen Nolan, because that team was pretty stacked. I gotta say he's got to have been like. I mean, it's different now. I think we look at it like on the East Coast, we see all these guys. We don't watch all the West Coast games, especially back then. He was probably like a big athlete in throughout the late 2000s and late 90s. You know what I mean? Or early.
Funny thing is, he's only scored. Okay, I was gonna say only scored 30, but he's done it 6 times. He scored 20, at least 12 or 13. I mean. He never put up 90 points, though.
Oh, maybe not.
I mean, he only had 2 seasons where he hit 80 points to begin with. If I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, so I don't know. So
it's tough.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. But he did hit a point per game once. I don't know, that might help him. I don't know. If I was a betting man, I would probably say no. But my record when it comes to sports betting is fucking terrible. So he might, but I mean, still friggin' 1,700 over 1,700 games in the NHL. That's fucking ridiculous. And we all know that shouldn't be the record, but Yager had to go to Russia for 3 years and then come back. So Yager easily could have held the record.
Gordie Howe had he had an extra fucking couple hundred games in the WHA, which turned into the NHL or whatever it was. So he technically has over 2,000 something.
I mean, dude, that's just complete insanity. Didn't he also play until he was 50 something though?
Yeah, he played with his 2 sons on Hartford.
He plays with his sons. Yeah,
that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Nice legs, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, awesome. Shave those every day.
Had to stretch. I had to stretch real quick, boy. It's been a long day.
Brendan texted me one day. He's like, dude, I just want St. Louis legs.
Dude, imagine.
Jacked.
I was gonna say Gordie Howe. Never heard of him.
Yeah, right.
How much do you have to be in the gym to get legs like St. Louis? This is an honest question right now.
Well, one, you have to be
you gotta
short.
live it in. Yeah. I guarantee you, give Ron 6 months in the gym. He can look like
6 months. That's
get
got
him
to be
6
at
months
least like
in my-
2 years.
Get Ron 6 months in my basement. He'll have St. Louis legs.
I got to start hitting the gym to begin with, but that's a whole nother story. But
Get a basement. Come on over. Basement gym.
If you're not charging a fee or anything, I'm in.
No, just don't touch the kids in the cages.
Sick.
That's an inside joke between me and Ron. He thinks that I have like people in my basement. I don't.
That's good to know.
Somebody's gonna call the cops on you, Woj, after listening to
Yeah,
this.
whoever listens to the show is gonna call the cops on me. We're gonna find something.
I mean, realistically, by the time everybody listens, like if this was actually a thing, you could, like, you've got, what time is it right now? You've got, like, as of right now, 15 and a half hours to get everything out of your basement. So
It's literally just like gym equipment and old hockey shit that just stinks and I can't get rid of. And like laundry. That's it. That's the only thing in the basement.
It sounds like my garage, Woj.
Yeah.
Woj, open a window.
The basement, dude. It's underground.
We gotta get
I
a
have a
hockey
window
website.
in my basement.
Let's
We
get a
don't have
hockey
the
website.
Yeah.
Wojequipment.org.
Used cups, everything.
Oh God.
All right. This is
All right. Yeah. No. All right. Let's please change the subject after that one. So let's talk about the 4 Rangers games that have transpired since. I mean, first and foremost, the Islanders kicked our ass. Trouba got injured in that game.
Yeah.
The top 9 was awful.
Got murdered.
Hajek was scratched for Bitetto, which ended up being a pretty bad mistake. And the 4th line played great, which, yeah, what the hell happened during that game?
Well, Shades, I actually hate to say it, but I feel like we couldn't handle the fact that Trouba wasn't on the ice that game.
Your
He
boy
went down early. I mean, there's a lot of reports that he's a big leader in the locker room. So, but I think it had more to do with the fact that like it was just they just were not expecting that, and having Bitetto in the lineup definitely didn't help. Considering he has.
Dude, I'll be honest. Bitetto looked like me out there, like playing defense, like just kind of floating around, like, oh, cool, he's got the puck in the corner alone. Let me stand here next to the goalie and screen him. So I play.
If he looked like you, then what the hell does that make me?
Oh, geez. You look like Trouba when he was trying to get up off the ice.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Dude, I watched that and I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid's he's dead.
Dude, they just say like that's just a new thing now. Like anytime somebody gets hurt, stop day to day for like 4 weeks. They don't have to elaborate on anything. It's just day to day.
Unless it's my fantasy team right now. Out.
Like,
I'm
dude,
like, what the hell?
I'm pretty sure that Trouba probably has a concussion from that hit. And it wasn't a dirty hit or anything like that. It's just he got destroyed by Matt Martin.
Yeah, he got rocked.
And his fucking head hit off the glass. And right before that, and I was actually thinking in my head because he hit Martin earlier, like in that same shift.
Yep.
He caught him with a good hit. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh man, he's going to get him back for that. Because it's rare that he actually gets laid out, Martin. And that was honestly a good hit.
That actually just made me think, I forget who it was on Boston, like when he like took a run at Ovi and like hit him pretty good. And then the next shift, Ovi was out on the ice with him, just went over to him, laid the body, skated away, skated back, and just freaking destroyed the guy a second time. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Is it this year?
No. This is a while back.
Didn't he hit McDonough or Girardi one time? He hit somebody on the Rangers. He like fucking lit them up.
Dude, it was probably all 3 of those guys: McDonough, Stahl, and Girardi. They would always, especially especially Stahl.
Yeah,
he would always get into it, dude. Mark, the GOAT, man, he would always go after him.
The GOAT, Mark Stahl. I mean, dude, we were coming off 4 games against the Devils, so like I wasn't expecting them to get their ass kicked as bad as they did, but I was expecting like a tough game, and I mean it just proves the youth and the inexperience.
Yeah.
But
The only issue I have with that one game though, like from Quinn, is playing Bitetto, even though he hadn't played in a month. And then I know I like Zac Jones a lot. I'm glad he's played. He's finally got his first point. But like he just played last week. He played like high intensity, like college hockey playoffs for the championship, won, and then you sit him for a week just to get him his reps in practice, and you put Bitetto in, who just hasn't skated and looked like a complete liability out there. Other than that, like we lost the game, all right, whatever, reset, and they won at least one after that, right? Two.
Well, we lost the next game to the Flyers, but that honestly could have been a win.
Sorry, Brendan.
No, go ahead, Shades.
No, I was going to say we lost that next game where Zac Jones made his debut and where our bet was taking place. And, well, I'm $10 richer now because Woj decided to change his answer from no to yes last second, and I had to switch from yes to no on him getting a point in his debut. So now Woj owes me $10, and I think he owes you $5 or something like that. He might owe you 10 too. I don't remember, but all I know is I'm up $10. And it begs the question: are we going to make a bet this episode, or are we going to wait until after the season or next episode or in the short future?
I think we should wait. I think we gotta
maybe the playoffs. Like, see if it comes down to it. The last possible game before it's like, all right, we're fucked. Playoffs. Yeah,
I can do a playoff bet now.
We can do it now.
No. Let's wait till the actual playoffs and the seeds are set or something. That way we can, like, if one of us thinks Team A is going to win the series and the other thinks Team B is going to win the series, we can make that bet.
Oh, yeah,
it's an easy bet. Yeah. So basically, all I remember about that first Flyers game is the Rangers missed like 5 wide open nets, and I was ready to just pack it in, call it a night, cry myself to sleep. I did not do that though. But the other highlight, pretty much the only highlight of that game, besides Jones making his debut, was Shesterkin faced his first career penalty shot and stopped it. And yeah, that's pretty much all the notes I had on that game.
Yeah, Shades. I mean, the first period was just like, who's going to make more 6 saves, Shesty or Elliott? It was just insane.
Yeah, just
and Ryan Elliott played a really good game. Like, we arguably could have won that game.
You stole it though.
You know, he definitely played good. We tried to make a late push there, and the only impressive thing I took away from the last like 2 minutes of the game was that we actually were able to hold the puck in the zone for 2 minutes, which I was impressed with, even though we didn't score. But just the fact that we didn't give up the empty net goal was nice.
The game, the Panarin had that 1T from like
that was an absolute cannon from the point. Yeah, to make it 3-2. Yeah.
I don't know who else scored that game, but the last few, at least, it looks like I don't want to say just because Kakko had 2 goals last night, but it looks like Kakko and Lafreniere are both starting to kind of settle in and look like they're getting more comfortable to the NHL.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I looked today. I think Lafreniere has more points than Kakko this year, but I mean, at least both of them, it looks like they're playing a lot better. Kakko looks 100 times better, even though the points don't show it. And Lafreniere looks really good when he plays with Booch and Mika, which isn't surprising, but they both look what they're putting together. So no matter what happens at the end of this year, it looks like they'll have a bright future for next.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I forget who we were playing earlier in the season, but there was one game where the offense was just clicking. Like, this was in that span where like we were struggling, and like Laf and Kakko just looked fantastic. You could see the potential there, and I'm just like, if they look this good in a game at 20 years old, I think Kakko's 20, or is he 19? Yeah. Anyway, whatever. If they look
he's probably 14. God knows what.
Who knows? If they look that good, like that young, the future of this team is bright.
Yeah, and it's not even them. I know Zac Jones last game had a secondary assist, but he was on the second power play and he walked the line, took the shot, got it to the net, and I mean he looked really good in Kravtsov too. He's only played a few games this year so far, and he carries that fourth. Which people are mad he's still on the 4th line. I saw the practice line today, but he does carry that entire line. So as long as he's doing that, he's being the number one guy there. I don't mind him playing a little bit less minutes because he's getting it done under 8 minutes a game.
Yeah. I actually missed the last 2 games, so just clue me in here, Brendan.
Some fan.
I wasn't home. I can't do anything.
You said you were talking about Kravtsov, right, Woj, when you were talking about him on the 4th line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I still feel like, he's settling in, but he does a lot of like little things good. Like
he shoots the puck. Like
he does shoot. He actually really does. That is probably one of my favorite things about him so far, is that he is not scared to shoot. He'll always throw it on net, but he seems like if he keeps developing the way that he is, like he's going to be a beast on the puck in the zone, which is nice. Like I already see him like doing a lot of little things inside the zone. It's kind of like what Kakko tries to do, but he's like not strong enough to do it yet.
Yeah.
I feel like Kravtsov's a step ahead of him in that sense, but I'm also okay with like considering, he's hasn't played as many games, obviously, as like Laf and Kakko. So a lot of people are like, oh, Kravtsov should be up in the lineup. Like I'm actually okay with, this is one of those ones where I kind of agree with Quinn. It's like, okay, we'll just keep him like where he is now. And
like Kravtsov has the advantage. Like he was playing professional hockey in the KHL the last 3 seasons. So like there is a legitimate case that he should be playing higher in the lineup. But like
it also shows he's so good for like his own like skill. Like you said, he played professional hockey for the last 3 years. It shows that he can carry a line by himself no matter which one it is.
I just to add to that too, I feel like it seems like the way that like Quinn runs the team, it's kind of like, all right, well, Laf and Kakko have played more games this season. They've kind of like been grinding it out a little more than him. So like for him to be above them is kind of like in Quinn's mind doesn't make sense.
Like a first come, first serve type of thing.
I don't know. I feel like they've been playing better now up in the lineup. So I'm okay with them.
And I know people like the kid line. I did too. But now that they're kind of off that, they've kind of changed it up. I don't mind it because now you don't have to look at Heedle being the guy that's been there the longest out of the 3 of them, where it's like, oh, you've been here the longest. You got to take care of it. You got to be the guy. And then I have Kakko on the right side where it's like, all right, well, you're the second overall pick. You have to be the guy. Then you have Lafreniere on the left side. You're the first overall pick. You have to do something. Now there's like kind of no pressure between any 3 of them if they're on separate lines.
Yeah. I mean, Laf, it looks like he's just literally having a blast out there now too, which is hilarious. But Shades, you brought up a really good point before. And when obviously in those last 2 losses, you were saying how bad the top 6 is. And in these wins that we've had, it's obviously a complete 180 from that. It's like they stepped it up against Zibanejad hat trick last night, 3rd of the season. It's like when they're really turning it on, then that's when the Rangers are at their best. And obviously we didn't even get into talking about Fox. Another 3 assists last night in the game. That guy's just like literally makes hockey look like a joke, dude. It's ridiculous.
Now I have a separate question for him, but I'm actually going to save it for next episode. It's regarding him and the Norris, but I can save it.
Is he going to win the Norris?
I don't save it for next episode, damn it. That way we have something else to talk about than just the games. But hey, Panarin hit the 100 assist mark as a Ranger, and my boy Pavel Buchnevich, 20th goal of the season, baby. Let's go.
I really didn't expect him to be good. I thought he would have gotten traded by the end of this year or next year, but it looks like he should stay.
I feel like they've been. That's the thing with Booch, though. It's like the reports earlier in the season was that Booch was having a good camp, and it's like I feel like we've been hearing that about Booch for the last like 5 years. So I'm not like I understand why a lot of fans are like, yeah, okay, like okay.
Yeah, you want to know who else had a good camp a couple years back and then did nothing on the team? Anthony Duclair.
Hey, listen, he's having a fucking hell of a year this year, though.
Yeah, he is. I actually just picked them up in fantasy this morning.
That was a nice pickup for Florida. But either way, yeah, I mean, just it's going to come down to the wire. Obviously, the end of the season. I mean, like we were just talking about before we started recording, and it's kind of like, well, Boston we still have 2 games in hand, or you say it the other way?
No, it's 2 games in hand.
Yeah, 2 games in hand. We do play them twice, which is interesting. Those games as of now are just complete must wins. I mean, every game of the season's a must win at this point, but I actually feel like a little better about the fact that they're playing Buffalo as many times as they are, because even from Buffalo's standpoint, it's like, okay, obviously their season's been a complete dumpster fire, but since the trade deadline and since they got rid of Hall, they've actually been a winning team, if not tied now. I know before last night's game they were a winning team.
Well, the firing of their coach helped a lot.
True. But I think that even though their season's done, if they could actually play spoiler against Boston with Hall on the team, I feel like they're actually playing for something, which makes it interesting. Yeah. And they already beat them the other day, and Boston lost to Pittsburgh 1-0. So, hey, listen, if they start losing a couple games in a row, this could get really interesting.
Yeah, statistically, they're still in it.
Shades, I want to say this. I hadn't even brought this up recently, but I don't know if you remember what my prediction was for this division.
You had the Rangers as the 4th or 3rd seed.
I had the Rangers at 4th over who?
Over Boston? Oh,
yep.
Shit. Not possible Nostradamus over here?
3rd and 4th.
Mulstradamus.
Mulstradamus.
My God. I mean, 3 and 4 are still up for grabs, so we definitely have a shot between the two of them.
Yeah, but realistically, I think this is kind of just stating the obvious, but in order for us to really make the playoffs outside of Boston, losing, it's really going to come down to the Rangers' top 6 playing at a high level. Mm-hmm. And one really important note that we missed, that I had made mental note of this that I wanted to bring up. And that game that we won against the Flyers, I mean, that was one of Georgiev's best. Yeah. That was one of his best that may have been literally one of his best games of his career. That was incredible. He made at least like 5 or 6 just unreal saves in that game. So we definitely got to give him credit for that win for sure. Even though we did score a lot, that's what we're going to need out of Georgiev to finish off. Well, one just in general, but to finish off this season. And I'd also, I didn't think Shesty played bad in that Flyers game. I mean, he definitely rebounded from the Islanders game, that's for sure. But
I think everybody did.
Yeah, seriously. No, but I mean, obviously we're going to need those guys moving forward to play at the level that they played the last 2 games. And I honestly, I'm optimistic, but I really do think that we can make the playoffs.
All right. Just to put into perspective.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
If we don't, we still have the Knicks.
Well, that's exactly what I was about to say too, Woj. Yeah. Look, I think we should just be a Knicks podcast.
Yeah, fuck the Rangers. Just a straight up Knicks podcast.
Actually, wait, the Knicks are playing right now. Are they winning?
Yeah.
They're going for 10 straight.
They're going straight. Yeah, dude, if they actually win tonight, people are going to go nuts.
I'm going to run down the street naked.
Record it and we'll put it on the next episode. Just to put into perspective of what it's going to take for the Rangers to make the playoffs, they've got 7 games left and they have 56 points. Boston has 60 points with 2 games in hand, so they have 9 games left. Let's just say the Rangers win out. That would put them at 70 points. And let's say the Bruins go 9 games left. Let's say they go 4-5. That would put them at 68. Now, the likelihood of them actually finishing the season 4-5 is pretty low, but
yeah,
I mean, the Rangers basically have to win out. That's really the only realistic chance they have.
And we got to make sure not only that, but we have to, if we are going to lose any games, it cannot be against Boston in the 2-game span that we play them.
Knowing this Rangers team, they'll blow the game against Buffalo tomorrow just to put us out of our misery early.
Yeah. like I said, I think I said it last time. I wouldn't be surprised if we run the table on Boston. We came close the last few times we played them, or we won a few games too. So never really know.
Listen, if it comes down to those 2 games and they lose those games and get blown out by Boston, then it just really wasn't meant to be.
So
And it just goes to show you that like they weren't destined to make it. And it's like if they couldn't beat them now when they needed to win the games, then like they probably weren't built for the playoffs anyway. So
okay,
Always
Boston.
next year.
Yeah, Boston plays Pittsburgh, then Buffalo twice, then New Jersey twice, and then the 2
It's the
games against the
Jersey-
Rangers.
it's the
I'm just like,
Jersey
holy
games
crap.
that are brutal.
I mean, I said last episode, I mean, that those 4 games against Jersey, like at times it was just like watching paint dry. There was just no entertainment value to the game.
The
But
Devils are absolutely brutal.
the sad part is they still weren't as brutal as the Sabres were when they were going through that stretch, which is, I can only imagine being a Sabres fan right now. I like, God bless you if you stayed through that. You're a true hockey fan.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so the odds are low, but statistically, they're still in it. And well, you can't say shit until they're statistically eliminated. So that's pretty much, I got nothing else. What do you guys got?
No, I mean just to add to what you were just saying, Shades, that one benefit moving forward, I guess, for the Rangers is that hopefully we'll get Trouba back soon.
Yeah.
And the lineup, you know, if these young guys keep playing, I think it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. At least it makes it a more entertaining season for us to watch anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Go Knicks.
Hey, look, I'm not a Knicks fan. Or, well, I never was a Knicks fan. But, hell, if I ever get back into basketball, I might become a Knicks fan full time.
Well, don't be. This might just be this year.
Oh, whoa.
They may suck again next year. It's a COVID year. Who knows?
Nah, they're not going to suck next year, dude. They're
I
back.
hope. Yeah,
They're
back.
back.
We're
They're
all
back.
in. Knicks
I
are
know.
back.
Yeah, Brendan, I know Matt must be hyped.
We're all hyped, kid.
Well, I mean, I got nothing else other than I got a cut on my finger yesterday because I punched the chair during bowling because I got mad. So
You might want to take some anger management classes, dude. You gotta get that shit under
Yeah,
control.
seriously, dude. We might have to bring in a therapist on the next
okay,
episode.
let's see if
I'm actually going to invite Dr. Phil. I'm going to message Dr.
see it?
Phil on Twitter.
No. He
see it?
can't. Yeah. Dr. Phil's not going to help him. Get John Taffer in to fucking wake this kid's
That's
ass.
true.
just bring him down to the bowling alley.
Yeah. He might end up with a worse injury. If John Taffer gets his hands on you.
When Vegas makes the Stanley Cup this year, I'm going to just keep messaging John Taffer on Twitter for him to come on.
Come on the podcast.
That would be great.
Oh, it's
Imagine-
good.
You know what, Shade?
I want to run some
Shade.
ideas by him about opening a bar. All right, go back.
Shades, you know what? Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's
listen, he
what-
basically...
I mean, that'd be a good reason to get him on.
Shades, yeah, I did want to bring up one last thing.
Go ahead.
And that's like anybody that has a phone has to download MSG Pick'em, man. It's a chance at free money, dude.
All right, they're not paying us. Don't say that.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Hey,
It's
we
just
don't
like-
get sponsors.
Doesn't
we
matter.
don't get sponsored for the show.
I'm not a
cares?
sellout, dude.
All I
Alright.
know is that if you want a chance to try to win some money on the Rangers games, you might as well. It's free.
Is that asshole that keeps speaking during the intermission with the fucking stupid hair?
No, that's FanDuel, dude.
Oh, all right. That guy. Fucking.
The MSG Pick'em is just free. You don't pay anything for it, but you have to guess all the picks perfect. It's basically impossible. You probably have like less than a 1% chance. Like the one for the Knicks game tonight is literally insane. It's like it's out of control. It's a 20. If you get all 10 right, it's a $25,000 jackpot tonight.
Jeez.
But let me read. Hold up. Let me get into this for a second, Shades, because I
Go
gotta
ahead.
show. I gotta tell you what the categories are that you need to guess, so you understand how insane this is.
Mhm.
All right. So for the next game tonight, right? There's who will score first, second half. So they give you a couple options like Randall, Barrett, other Knicks player, Suns player. So you have to guess. Like I think the options for the Suns were Chris Paul and Booker. So now the next question is Knicks made threes second half. That one, I think you have to type that in. Then Knicks points third quarter. There's like 6 options to choose from. Then you got to do RJ Barrett points second half. That's a type in one. Then Julius Randle points second half. That's another one you have to type in. And then who will win? And then it's Knicks. If you choose the Knicks, then there's like a couple different options, like by 3 or 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. And then you have to guess Devin Booker points second half. That you have to type in. You have to get all of those right in order to win the jackpot. But if you do hit some of them, you do get some sort of like payout. It's not like, but for the massive jackpot, you have to hit every single one of those right. So it's basically impossible. But the Rangers ones are fun because you have to guess who's going to score the first goal. Then you have to guess who's going to score the second goal. And then you have to guess the box score for each period and the final score in order to win it. So it's fucking basically impossible.
I'm actually currently looking this app up right
Dude,
now.
it's fucking awesome. MSG Pick'em. You got to do it. It makes watching the games so much more fun. And we can't be complete degenerates yet in New York City because we can't gamble on sports yet. But by the Super Bowl,
hopefully,
by the Super Bowl 2022, we will be able to. They will have an app, which is sick.
Do you have to put a credit card number in or anything?
For MSG Pick'em? No, you don't pay. You don't pay anything. It's just free. You just make the point. You just make the picks, and that's it. It's like the Sonk that Barstool has.
I was gonna say that before. Yeah, I haven't.
It's the same exact thing. I'm pretty sure Barstool just stole that from MSG because I'm pretty sure MSG has been doing this all year.
Yeah, knowing my luck, I'll actually like pick everything right,
dude.
Or no, I'll pick. I'll make my picks and then I'll get an email. You won, followed by ...
Sonk. Dude, I got hyped yesterday. I had the first. I guessed who scored the first goal for the Rangers. I had Zib. I had Rangers winning yesterday 5-0. So I had 2 goals in the first and second, and then I had a 5th goal in the third. And one of the questions was who's going to score the first goal for Buffalo. But since I was going with the shutout thing, I just picked no goal for Buffalo. So I basically fucked myself right away. But I was like, I couldn't believe that I actually got Zibanejad scoring the first goal. I was like, wow, what are the chances?
We might have to have a side bet based on this.
Dude, it's so much fun, dude. It's hilarious.
Do you guys see this new deal?
Oh yeah,
I just want to mention real quick. It's the Turner deal is done with NHL for 7 years, worth $225 million per season for the league. CBS is not part of the deal, but there's an HBO Max element to this also.
Nice, that's awesome, and also that means that NBC is done. They're no longer.
Yeah, fuck them.
I second Woj on that one.
Besides Eddie Olczyk and Kenny Albert,
pretty much.
We'll just buy him out.
We would say besides Doc Emrick too, but he's retired.
Well, yeah, exactly. NBC was done once Doc Emrick retired. They probably told him early. That's probably why he retired, to be honest.
All right, yeah, I think that's all we got, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Pucks and Brews. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all of our socials listed in the description below, and we'll talk to you next week for episode unlucky number 13. Ooh.
Jesus Christ. What did Casper just pull down his pants in front of you? What was that?
And I hope you hope you enjoyed an unsponsored brew of choice while listening to the episode too.
You keeping that in? Oh shit.
I might as well. I mean, yeah. I might as well.